So this one is another update regarding the Power Rangers reboot, and which we all knew 1,000 times. But it just seems like society and social media has been forgetting about the Power Rangers project nowadays because we're almost at the end of 2025 and we're currently in November preparing for Thanksgiving. So I think this might be the perfect time to actually talk about this reboot again, and not only what the Ranger Universe Latino America was actually able to provide us with all of this, but the confirmation from Hasbro themselves actually confirmed everything that we've known since early 2025 when the news broke out. So it says Hasbro officially includes Disney Plus new live action Power Ranger series in its press release as in development. The new delivery will begin filming in January 2026 in the UK. So we knew this before, and a lot of times people have been forgetting about this upcoming project, and it's really important for us to discuss it. And I've talked about this all the time, and people are just throwing their stupid ideas about an original team, but without a theme. That's kind of confusing, and it's misleading the audience as to what kind of theme they're going to represent in the new 2026 reboot. So I've said this in the past videos. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it in the bio. So I've talked about this multiple times about having a reboot without a theme of Power Rangers, whether it's dinosaurs, ninjas, but other things that you're trying to say that they need to adapt, it just wouldn't work. So Hasbro Entertainment, Hasbro's leading a collection of iconic brands to develop and produce premium films, television, animation, and digital content for audiences of all ages. Since its launch in 2023, Hasbro Entertainment has been executing on its strategy to elevate storytelling and produce films and series based on Hasbro's most iconic brands, working with top talent, studios, and distribution platforms. Hasbro Entertainment's recently announced projects include a reimagining of Clue Across films and television, both scripted and non-scripted, with Sony. A live-action Dungeons & Dragons series, Forgotten Realms, currently in development at Netflix. A deal with Lucky Chap and Lionsgate to produce a film based on Monopoly. An unscripted adaptation of Monopoly for Netflix. A major live-action film and television universe adapted from Magic the Gathering, produced alongside Legendary Entertainment. An animated Magic the Gathering series currently in production at Netflix. Live-action Power Rangers television series in development with 20th Century TV for Disney Plus. A My Little Pony live-action film, the first live-action adaptation in the brand's history, in development with Amazon MGM Studios. Game shows based on Trivial Pursuit and Scrabble, which were recently renewed for second seasons by the CW, and many more. These newly announced projects join a board slate of ongoing animated series, including Peppa Pig and Transformers Earthspark. For more information on how Hasbro Entertainment is connecting and captivating generations of fans through the wonder of storytelling, visit Hasbro.com. There's so many things running through my mind as I read this information about this upcoming project. One, this franchise is going to end up being the most talked about and probably throughout 2026 or 7, depending on when they finish production. If it does end up getting picked up for season 2 or 3, then they'll just make original projects that could be inspired by Super Sentai, as far as like creating new teams, new franchises, new characters, or they could just take the Mighty Morphin route and have them last for about 2 to 3 years if they ended up doing movies and TV shows and take inspirations from the comics or whatnot. Then by all means, you got yourself a franchise as a whole. Like I said before, the thing about this project is that it's a hit or miss. It's a make or break, because we haven't had anything since Cosmic Fury, and that was about it. The only thing we had in 2024 was the comics, the video games, and that was it. But once we got some news about Paramount was going to be in charge with the reboot, that ended up being scrapped. So now we got Disney Plus involved, but it's going to be on the platform. Disney is not going to be the one producing it. Just the producers from Percy Jackson and the Olympian TV show. They're the ones going to be producing it, not Disney. And Hasbro is still in charge. And they're also going to be responsible for the action figure versions of the Reboot Rangers on Disney Plus, which is another huge step up. And there's a reason why a lot of us really need to be open-minded, and instead of being so judgmental about the show not being out yet, just give them a shot and see how it goes. We have yet to see what the casting you're gonna end up looking like, the Zords, the villains, the characters. We have plenty of time for all of this in 2026. Mind you, 2026 is at Comic-Con. So they're gonna probably announce the cast of the Power Rangers reboot. They're gonna go in production, and it's gonna come out sometime or even early 2027. So like I said, depending on how they film productions, you know what I'm saying? And London is an interesting location to film movie franchises, TV show franchises, and the Power Rangers reboot is no exception, and I'm all for it. The information is there. It's confirmed. It's real. It's happening. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat.